Going live.
All right.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
3 minutes late. Oops.
We were rushing. We just filmed the Q&A. And also, you can't really tell, but my office is an absolute mess, like under the table. And the GoPro is out of, the battery's dead, and I couldn't find the other ones. But it's charging, so it might just come on at some point.
We're just on the struggle bus today.
But we're going to build the N1 Starfighter, and it's only 2 bags. We might, I almost said beat, we might finish the Starfighter today.
Yeah,
I'll try to build it over in this space.
It's not very big, is it?
I guess not. I was expecting 4 bags, maybe. But it's just, I mean, 1 bag is 4 total here, but...
Sure. Well, little pieces. Who is our stream sponsor for today?
Brian Kinney is our stream sponsor for today. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
This might not be as long of a set as I was hoping it would be. We have a bunch of little sets right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I will bite the bullet and get the Razor Crest, and then when we have nowhere to put it, we'll figure it out.
Hello to all of our Biggs mega fans out there. Francisco 501st, Gio Flores, Rain Man, Reefton.
I don't remember.
Hilo is trying to steal your thunder right now.
Yeah. Hi, Hilo. No, Hilo. No.
Hello. What's going on? Andy's here. Bradshaw Studios sent in our first super chat of the night. Oh, and it was just a sticker, I think, that says, "How's it going?" How is it going?
It's good. It's going good. It's hectic. It's a little hectic with Andor season going on, but it's good. A good hectic.
Yeah. This is like our October was busy, and our November is just as busy, if not busier, because we've got a bunch of other, like, not work-related stuff going on. We've got 2 weddings. Thanksgiving is happening. So.
Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving. We need to get ready for our vacation.
Yeah, we're going on vacation the week after Andor is over.
But
that's a lot.
Cheers.
Someone, cheers, in the chat pointed out this is the first Mando set where he actually has a face. Where I think it's funny that I don't know if they released any season 2 sets. I can't remember when the first Razor Crest set came out, but for a while it was just like a black head.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't want to spoil what he could potentially look like under the helmet.
There's a Black series now too of him holding Grogu up like to his face.
Aww.
And you can see his face. It's so cute.
There's the dark saber.
It's just a little black stick. I hear Hilo in there.
In where? In your office?
No. Well, maybe. I'm wondering if he's in there laying on all my clean clothes. So yeah. I'm just trying to savor the moments of the week that aren't too busy. If that's
it's good. Like after this week, it's a good problem to have. But I kind of have a lot of video ideas, and only so many days or time.
Yeah. What's up, Dan Ritter? We just gave you a shout out while we were filming the Q&A because Dan upped his Patreon membership to the council.
Thanks so much, Dan.
You're awesome, Dan. Let me read your super chat. Loved last night's Georgia politics rant. We're dealing Dr. Oz up here in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah. So I feel your pain. Thanks for being wonderful. Thank you, Dan. I'm sorry about Dr. Oz up there. That sounds like a nightmare. But yeah, sometimes we just gotta let out some steam.
Let it all out.
Tensions are high in Georgia right now. But when's election day? Next
Tuesday.
week?
Yeah. So that'll be a not fun day. Because I'll just be like refreshing poll numbers. Like I was 4 years ago.
What day is it? I was trying to see. Oh, the 8th, yeah. It's not the 8th, it's the Tuesday after that where we have some Star Wars trivia to go to. I was hoping it would be election day, so we would have
nice. A distraction.
Something to do. But hey, we can always find something to do around here. I actually made dinner beforehand. After last night, we didn't eat until super late. So I was like, I'm going to make we could have ordered something out, but I was like, I want to make something. I'm in soup mode. I've become a soup goblin whenever the weather gets cooler. So made a chicken pot pie soup.
And I helped.
And Alex helped.
I chopped some veggies.
You did so good. I did accidentally leave it simmering while we did the Q&A, but it was fine.
Oh, I meant to tell you that I had to wash out the cream cup because when I came upstairs and went back downstairs and Pippin's face was in it. So I had to dump it out. I washed it out. And got
he was going after all the spoons too, so yeah, Pippin will just get into everything, so that little rascal. Yes, Francisco 501st, keeping yourselves busy is the name of the game. Seems to be that way.
It's interesting when it used to be Star Wars had a busy season or something, like winter when The Mandalorian came out and The Rise of Skywalker, or it's just getting to the point where it's all going to be busy.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure it out. Which apparently, rumor is Mando's going to start on February 22nd, and if that's true, that means there's going to be an episode the Wednesday before Celebration and the Wednesday after Celebration. And The Bad Batch will be ending on the same week. So that will be fun.
At what point do we need to hire an assistant?
I don't know.
Can we pay Hilo to assist us? No, he would
business dog.
He would be a terrible assistant.
Yes, he would be.
Although we don't need an assistant. Hilo, you're coming in here like you did something. What'd you do? Did you eat the paper towel that was on my desk?
That's usually what he goes in there to do.
He loves to eat paper towels. Sweet Feet Pete, what's up? Thanks for the next super chat. Saw you in the chat last night, too. Do you think the parents of the Jedi heard about Order 66 and grieved for the loss of their children all over again? Oh, no!
Yeah, probably.
And then it says, how do you become a super fan? So it should be under the video. There should be a button that says subscribe.
Join. There's a subscribe button, too.
Obviously, you should subscribe. But join. If you click that join button, you can be part of the Biggs mega fans. And your name will pop up in green, and you've got access to Hilo stickers and whatnot.
We probably have... I need to upload some more emojis, because I think we probably have enough that we got to unlock a new tier.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize we could unlock more.
Put your, Dark Ray as Bay up there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't all have to be Biggs stuff, I guess.
The spear's good. It's more of an Oktoberfest than a pumpkin. It claims to be a little bit of both.
The difference? What's the difference?
Pumpkin?
I don't know. I guess I just thought Oktoberfest was kind of pumpkin-y.
No.
Don't look at me like I should know this. My nose doesn't work.
You assumed all Oktoberfest beer was pumpkin flavored?
Kinda. Okay. All right.
Well, it's not.
Giving me 0 help and 100% judgment.
I'm all sass today.
I got all my sass out in the Q&A.
Oh my gosh. You got some sass last night, and it continued today on a different subject, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
It'll be fun for everyone. fun for me to edit.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part. Molly did like a graphic thing. Like obviously a graphic goes here, and I was just laughing because now you have to do it. I don't have to do that.
I choose to do it.
I know.
I do that stuff on purpose
I know
because it makes it more fun.
I know, and it's great. But you taking over the editing has been a huge help, and it's great, and everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it. I'm the best. Jeff GL of 2814, thank you so much for the super chat. Love how nobody is bothering to get attached to any of the prisoners after Aldani. No Nimics here. Aww.
Yeah, I think everyone had... It's not that we don't like them. I actually do think the redhead's kind of cool. Like, I don't know, something about his attitude.
Did you see someone... maybe it was Matt Martin. I keep saying his name wrong. Matt Martin tweeted that he was surprised no one made this connection yet, and he compared that guy to the little redheaded kid that's friends with Anakin.
Oh.
Part of his little friend group. One of them is like a little ginger kid.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
I was like, oh, there's my headcanon.
Yeah. I'm attached to Kino now. Like...
Yeah.
They haven't really spent enough time on the individual characters like they did for Aldani. I feel like everyone got a moment to talk to Cassian, and you got to learn what they were about. They haven't really done that with the prisoners.
Yeah. We know Melshi makes it out.
Right.
We know Cassian makes it out.
That would be a big shock, though, if Melshi died and then we learned that he has, like, a twin brother.
Yeah, I don't think Kino is going to make it out. I don't know. I'm sad. Look, I just don't think there's room for him going forward in the season, which sucks.
Yeah, but... I mean, that's what they're talking about, is that we all know it's probably going to be a bloodbath. Like the way that Aldani was just, people started dropping like flies, and so everyone's like, ugh.
I hope they all steal those boots and electrocute all the guards.
Took your shoes! There's not enough boots for all the prisoners, though. That's probably the issue.
It'll be like a pass-back situation.
Everyone gets one boot, and we hop around.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Andrew Yako in the chat said, "Let the bodies hit the floor." Imagine if they played that song while the prisoners were escaping and like electrocuting the guards.
Someone can make that fan edit music video.
Yeah. That would be fun to watch. What's up, Maddie Gunner? Positive talk, guys. He'll make it.
I hope so. I would love to be proven wrong, but I've been hurt before, Andor. I know what you're setting me up to do and feel.
Mm-hmm. That Tony Gilroy. It's gonna make us all cry. Gio Flores, thanks for the next super chat. Hey guys, just saying hey, and you guys are amazing. Also, I'll be sending a special surprise to you both probably next week, so keep an eye out.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I like surprises. Especially special ones.
Thanks, Gio.
We'll have to keep an eye out for our P.O. Box. If you ever want to send us anything, there's a P.O. Box address down in the description. We accept all kinds of stuff. A couple people have sent us beer, which is always nice. 'Cause then you'll get to see us drink it on stream.
Live reactions.
Yeah. It's like, what are those things called? Mukbangs?
Uh-huh.
But that's when you
eat. It's a drunk bang.
Drunk bang. Mm-mm. Can't say that.
No.
It's a sip bang, where you sip.
A sip bang.
Sip, yeah. Hunter of Augusta, thanks for your super chat. Hello, first time I've gotten to tune in to a live stream when it's live. You guys are great. Also, thank you for representing Georgia so well. Thank you.
I was going to ask if that was Augusta, Georgia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
love to hear and see fellow Georgians in the chat.
Yeah.
So. We're doing our part.
We're trying. What's that? Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part.
Yeah. It's interesting. I know the last election, we have several, like, people go to these places to vote around our neighborhood. And so, like, election day, or I guess it would be the day before. People still vote on election day?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's election day, and people
it would be really confusing if you weren't allowed to vote on election day.
That would be confusing. That's like a 1, 2, 3 go situation. Are we going on 3 or are we going on go? But people will just line the streets and hold the signs for whoever they want you to vote for, and like that's just what they do all day. And every time I drive past something like that, I'm like, who's gonna break out in a fight first? I want to see it. I want to be there for it. Hi, Jill. Jill says, took me 10 minutes to renew my license at the DMV. I have so much unexpected free time for activities. 10 minutes?
Last time I went to the DMV, it wasn't that bad.
I guess since you can do some of that stuff online now, maybe the DMV isn't as busy. That's cool to know. I know years ago when we had to go, it was like, I just
realized what I'm building.
Super busy.
Yeah.
You had to take a number. And what are you building?
I just realized this is the tail, but like because it's all hot rodded out and like pieces taken off, just.
Oh, I gotcha.
Looks cool.
Do you remember all the part names that Pelly was naming off, that specifically how it's all like souped up?
I do not.
Hilo, what are you doing?
He's making us nervous. He's just walking around acting guilty.
Usually he just goes and lays down. Hi, Chase.
Hey, Chase.
We listened to a bit of the Pink Milk Andor live stream last night while we were cooking our dinner. But then, as much as I would have loved to hang out, I was so Andored out. I'm back at it now. Ready to talk more Andor now. But like last night we had gone for
almost 4 hours.
Almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was starving. That Reese's pumpkin was not enough.
Maybe next week. Well, I don't know when we would find the time to cook on a Wednesday, but like beforehand.
Yeah.
But your soup idea today was a good one.
I got my soup ready to go. We just need to heat it back up after this. Speaking of Andor, Matt Coles, thanks for the next super chat. Hey, first time I'm able to join these streams. Hope you're both well. How are you finding Andor so far? I wasn't that hyped for it, but I'm loving it. A lot of new people on the stream tonight.
Well, it's I'm wondering. No, one of them was from Augusta, Georgia, so that doesn't make sense. But I was going to say daylight savings time, like the clocks went back in Europe already.
Oh.
That's why Reefton was there last night and was like, it's an early stream, and probably why he's here now.
Interesting.
But then, we're going to set our clocks back soon, this weekend.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that might have something to do with it. But hey, glad to hear that you were enjoying Andor. I'm so glad to hear people saying like, yeah, I didn't think much about the series going into it, but they're turned around on it. I'm just relieved because I made a video of like, don't underestimate Andor, because a lot of people were like, I don't know why we're doing a thing about this character, and I'm like, spy thriller in Star Wars, it's gonna be cool. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't, I would have felt dumb.
And it is really cool so far. Like, we were lucky enough to get to go to the premiere, so we saw the first 3 episodes a little early, and it like kind of blew our minds a little bit. We were a little taken aback by just how the episodes ended and like began with the next one, but after we saw all the first 3, it kind of clicked.
I think that is probably the smartest thing they did regarding the series, is they were going to do a 2-episode premiere, and then they were like, no, it's 3. And when they first said that, I was like, oh man, we're gonna like blow through a quarter of the season in 1 week. But if we had just gotten the first 2 episodes and it just ended with that admittedly awesome drum solo,
yeah,
like that was cool. But I would have been like, that's interesting. I remember when the first episode ended, everyone in the theater was like, oh, it's over. Like,
yeah.
okay.
Did we clap?
Yeah, it's like we liked it, but it didn't feel like a complete story. And I think it was smart for them to set those expectations of like, look, we're doing an arc thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really, really like it.
It was very much a 3-part arc. So yeah, once we got done with part 3, we were like, oh my god, so good. And
that ending montage for episode 3 is still one of my favorite moments of the show so far.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just, I mean, the last 2 episodes have been a little bleak, but I know from seeing how those first 3 episodes played out, I have faith that this arc will have a hopeful ending.
Right. That's kind of like my new version of they're gonna get out. It's not gonna be all dark and sad forever, right? Like I keep saying that it's gonna feel that much better when they escape. You know, if it doesn't, I'll feel dumb. But
yeah, but I love the writing in this show. I mean, the acting's great. Everyone is so good. Especially, I think Denise Goff. I'm loving her as Dedra, and Cyril's good too. But I don't know. I feel like Denise Goff has been really showing her acting chops.
She was chilling in the most recent episode.
I think I saw Hello Greedo say that she was scarier than Darth Vader. I can see that. I mean, Vader doesn't really have a face, so that can be scary in its own right, but yes.
Well, it's like you look at Darth Vader and you expect, like, what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. That's a bad guy. Especially
when he whips out his lightsaber.
Yeah. Like, you know he is evil. You look at Dedra Meero, and it's like, you know she's part of the Empire. You know she's no good. But the way they wrote her, you still like, well, she's not as bad as Blevin. So, and then you get to this episode, and you're like, oh, no, she's as bad as Blevin. Maybe worse. Like,
yeah. If you watched today's episode of the Star Wars show on YouTube, they talk a little bit. She talks a little bit about playing her, and how Tony Gilroy had it planned to where you would kind of want to root for her to start, because she's a woman in a man's world. She's just trying to do her job. You know, you're like, this is weird. I don't really want to root for the Empire, but something about her made you want to root for her, because she was kind of like, I don't know.
The way we were talking about it is she was punching equal or up. She was fighting peers like Blevin, or she was fighting for respect from her superiors.
Right.
She was fighting with the Empire. And so then you're kind of like, okay.
Which she eventually does get through her hard work. But then you see this shift, and then you see her punching down. It's literally speaking downwards, like in that scene of when she first meets Cyril. He's sitting down, so she has the ability to kind of like lean over, talk down to him literally. And we see the same thing with her interrogating Bix. She's just towering over her, and like the cinematography enhances that even further, and it's so good.
Just the way she smiles at some things, you're like, and Bix says it, you're ISB, the worst of the worst, and it's like, yep, you just gotta remember that. We just haven't seen her in the field. I think that's what Ken in Force Center said. It's like, it's a little easier to, you're like, yeah, she's Imperial, but like, we just haven't seen her do anything bad yet.
Yeah. Wonder what she was like in her corrections position.
And they say that back in episode 4. She was part of corrections, and Partagaz said, like, you had excellent numbers putting people away in prison. Like, good for you. Like, we knew she was bad the whole time, but seeing it is still different than knowing it in the back of your mind.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of her interrogation with Bix is when Bix says something like, "You won't believe me even if I tell you." And that's when she kind of she takes a beat, she smiles, and she's like, "No, I suppose not." It's so sinister.
Yeah.
Gives me chills just thinking about it. Anyways, we could go on and on.
Yeah, we're really liking Andor.
That's how you know we like it. We could just talk for hours about it.
And thank you for joining the stream. I'm glad you could make it.
Oh, and Sweet Feet Pete sent another super chat in. Thank you. I'm on mobile and can't find the join button. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's different on mobile. I'll double check, but it might be like a thing where you have to have the YouTube app. I don't know. Jamie Dorr has the next super chat. Hey there, I got the X-Wing Starfighter from 2018 last week, and I'm making some more Rebel/New Republic / Galactic Alliance pilots. I just made Kel Tainer and Nurin Vacuole.
Those are names I don't know.
I definitely don't know those names. But
there was a time where I feel like I would have really thrown my hat into like specifically Rebel pilot trivia, and that time has passed me by.
That time is gone.
I've become an old. That's to talk about Force Center again. I think in one of their recent-ish Q&A.
Hey, Sweet Feet Pete figured it out. Welcome.
Thank you. You're a Biggs mega fan now. They were talking about, or someone asked them, is there anything specific in Star Wars trivia that you think you know the most of? And, we've all competed in the Schmodown and stuff, and they were both like, no. And my answer is also no. I love Star Wars trivia, love competing in it. Have won many prestigious awards, like this Attack of the Clones film cell from the 2022 Dragon Con competition. But there's no way I know the most about Star Wars ever. Like,
a plethora.
And I feel like I used to know a lot about the ships. I used to know a lot about the pilots, and I just don't anymore.
The older we get, the more we have to worry about, and then just information just falls out of our head.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I forgot the name of... I forgot it again. Rogue Squadron. We were talking about this in the Q&A when we filmed it today, and I forgot the name of Rogue Squadron, and I said it was because, like, as soon as I heard it was put on the back burner, I just pushed that information out of my brain. I don't need it right now.
I haven't forgiven you for that yet, but
I'm sorry.
I'll get over it.
I hope it still happens. I just don't have to care about it right now. I got too much other stuff to care about.
That's true.
But that's awesome. So X-Wing Starfighter from 2018. And yeah, maybe we'll have to look up those names and see.
I think I've got that. I think...
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Can you see that? It's barely... The nose is barely sticking out. But I believe that's the 2018 set. I think that's the one that came with this little Biggs minifig.
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
I just had an idea about some of the negative space we have up here.
Yeah.
What if we mounted the X-Wing, like, up on the wall?
Yeah. I could mount an X-Wing.
That could be cool.
I could do that.
That would look good, specifically, like, up there.
Yeah. Could maybe do the A-Wing, too. The UCS A-Wing is not that heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a place for it.
But those ships, specifically, I think the X-Wing look pretty good from the top down.
Yeah.
So. Figuring it out. Paco San Miguel, thanks so much for the next super chat. Prepping for the fact that Kino will not make it. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit already, but
Character survival is built on hope. We're gonna
just his last line in that last episode. Never more than 12.
Like, that instantly became iconic. I will say that I think that is the strongest end to an episode Andor has had. It felt like this episode is over. We kind of talked about that in the live stream, that some of the episodes just end. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay. And some of the arcs always feel good when they end. The escape from Ferrix, the heist from Aldhani, that's all good. But this was just in the middle of the arc, and what a button on that episode.
Yeah. What's up, Rick? Rick Villanueva's in the chat. But yeah, no, I'm gonna make never more than 12 a mantra of mine. So never more than 12 pieces of Halloween candy.
How many chicken wings do you want?
Never more than 12.
How many cookies should we bake?
Never more than 12. Never more than 12 drinks. That's my limit. 12 drinks.
What a rule. Never more than 12. I learned my lesson.
Look at me setting limits for myself. Never more than 12 push-ups, says Harrison Alexander. Exactly.
Yeah, how many? What's a good question that the answer would be never more than 12? Put it in the chat.
Oh, God. I'll read this because I just now see it. Templin Institute.
Oh, no.
Thank you for your super chat.
Well, I'll reserve my thank you when I got to hear what it says first.
People can pay us for their bad takes. It's okay.
He has very good takes about this series.
Long time, first time. Just wondering when you're finally going to have a good Andor take. Thanks, guys.
What are you talking about? We text about this show every day. Ugh. See, that's why I said I would reserve my thank you.
Mark just has a way of like wanting the outward persona of us to just always be butting heads. Mm-hmm. It's not the case in reality, but like that's become a project of his, I think.
Mark is always in kayfabe.
And I saw your stitch of Alex's short that you did. That was wow. Wow. Come up with some original content, man. I kid.
Yeah, he acts like we're at odds, and I'm like, I agree with everything you said.
I will continue to give him shit for it, even at the holiday cabin, which he is going to come.
We're gonna spend Christmas with Mark.
Mark and his 3 a.m. dinners.
3 a.m. poutine this year.
No.
Yes, I'll have 3 a.m. That's the perfect time for it.
I have acid reflux. I can't.
Give me gravy and fries. I will have had my 11th drink. Never more than 12 by then.
Never more than 12.
And then I will need midnight poutine.
Okay, let me read some of these. Never more than 12 books to read at a time. Eggs in a dozen. 12 drinks, that's it, says Jill. Never have more than 12 children. Yeah. Never more than 12 fries. Ooh, that would be hard.
12 French fries? How big are your fries? I need more than 12.
Oh, yeah, depends on if they're like the thick cut or like the string fries. How many people on the Jedi Council? Is that 12?
It's more than 12 now.
Yeah. But like the Jedi Council.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
Not our Patreon one. Never more than 12 cheeky glances across the table from Mon Mothma. Oh, I will accept an unlimited amount of those. Never more than 12 cups of coffee. I guess that is, most coffee makers only go up to 12.
That's true.
So, yeah.
How many cups of coffee can you make, Mr. Coffee? Never more than 12.
How many episodes in Andor series? Never more than 12. How many minutes on the treadmill? Yeah, 12 is enough. Never more than 12 Biggs memorabilia.
That's false.
Never more than 12 Skywalker Saga movies. Okay, I'll move on. Those are some really good ones. Jeff GL of 2814 has another super chat. Thank you. Use as an Imperial torture device aside, having your death whales drive your assailants insane is the most metal evolutionary defense mechanism I've ever heard of. You're right.
That is true.
It's like, is that what Black Canary's thing was? She did this,
I mean,
like, the sonic scream.
Real loud, right?
She's an X-woman, right?
No, that's DC.
Oh.
Get your comics right. Oh my god, you're embarrassing
They
me.
have superpowers. I can never get them straight. Oh, and then there was a Mortal Kombat character that screamed really loud. What was her name? She was like the one that would whip her hair back and forth, I think.
Willow?
Am I thinking of the right? Not Mortal Kombat. Tekken? No, Mortal Kombat. Was Phoebe there? Oh my gosh. This is like so way off topic.
I think we're still a little loopy from last night's stream.
Oh, for sure. Thinking of Banshee and or Siren. Yeah, Black Canary.
Oh yeah,
DC.
Banshee. I mean, he could scream so loud he could fly in first class.
Really? I haven't
Yeah.
seen
Is
that
that
movie in forever.
That movie's great. I liked it a lot.
Does Toph have a sonic scream? That's how she sees.
From Avatar?
Yeah,
I thought she stomped.
I thought so too. Sindel, thank you, Maddie. That's the Mortal Kombat character that I was thinking of. I think she has a scream attack. I also just liked using her hair. But you're right, it's very metal. Alexander, thanks for the next super chat. How would you feel about a Saw Gerrera show with Tarful based on the Kashyyyk missions from Fallen Order that could also tie into Rebels / Andor?
I would not be surprised if they did a Saw Gerrera show at some point. Like, he is a character they keep returning to. And for good reason. Like, I like when he shows up. So, it wouldn't really surprise me if they did that eventually. Mm-hmm. He might be one of the characters that's just been in the most media without starring in it.
He's done a lot in the early Rebellion, and like so he's like a great character to just kind of insert in any situation. I don't know that he could carry his own show because of
Forrest Whitaker. I mean,
I'm not saying Forrest Whitaker.
He's a lot to take.
I'm saying Saw Gerrera, when we see where he ends up, and he kind of goes a little crazy and is just getting more and more extreme. So I don't know if that could hold a show together.
I mean, that could be a good kind of Breaking Bad style. We start off with him in the Bad Batch era, and he's... that may be the most difficult thing to overcome with Saw, is when do you pick up his story? Because at some point, he turns into that animated version, and then, like, it's Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
Or Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
So
you would have to cast a younger actor to play him in his younger years.
It would be interesting to see how they handled that, but I think that could be an interesting story of someone losing their way in the fight for good.
Yeah.
But just the way that they've handled Saw so far, I think they're just going to keep him popping up in random stuff. That's how I think it'll be. He'll probably be in the Bad Batch again. He might show up in Fallen Order or Survivor. Like, keep him popping up in books and comics and stuff.
Yeah. He's like a random quest giver in a video game. Like, he can pop up just about anywhere. You can insert him in a lot of different scenarios, and he'll give you a quest.
If you are trying to use your map in Fallen Order or Survivor. I hope they fix the map system, but
yeah,
he can just be back there like, you're lost. You're lost. I just want him yelling extreme things at you the whole time. Oh, that'd be a fun... you don't know anything about BioShock, do you?
Is that the big screwdriver man with the little girl?
Sure is. Yeah. So the crux of that game is that, like many games, someone is kind of telling you what to do over a radio, just being like, hey, go do this now. Go do this. Go do this. And then at the end of the game, you learn that that person has been manipulating you the whole time, which was just a fun twist on the game mechanic, where you just kind of implicitly trust this stranger because it's a game mechanic. And then you're like, oh, I've been helping him do some really bad stuff this whole time.
Oh.
So I'm just imagining Saw Gerrera being that person over the radio, but like yelling at you the whole time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be cool. Would you kindly tell me more about BioShock, says Artie Films. I assume you're talking about me.
You got the...
They're underwater sometimes.
Sometimes they're in the air.
Did I say Screwdriver Man? He has more like a drill.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Do they also wear those jumpsuits with the numbers on them?
No.
No, that's Fallout.
Yes.
Never mind. No, Screwdriver Man, little girl, that's all I know about BioShock. Sorry.
And would you kindly is like the phrase that the person kept using over the radio. Hey, would you kindly run over to the kitchen and kill a bunch of people for me? Or
Oh. No one really says that though, so I would feel like that was sus from the very beginning.
I think it was supposed to be sus. But because it was a game and a familiar game mechanic, people will just let it go. Mm-hmm. So it was a fun little thing. Also, BioShock Infinite's really good. I never played 2 though.
Yeah. Okay, I just saw a super chat from Hunter of Augusta and a comment underneath it that said, "Better call Saul a Star Wars story. Better call Saw Gerrera."
Yeah.
Amazing. Love that.
Were you injured in a Starfighter accident?
Call me today. I can't do the Saw voice.
Has the Empire ruined your planet? Better call Saul. And then they fly in and blow everything up.
Oh no. It makes sense though, right? Because he eventually becomes pretty tainted. I like that. Let's make it happen. Dark Nicholas has the next super chat. Would you be on board with a Tales of the Jedi arc centered on Rael Averross? I would be interested in seeing where he ends up after the events of Master and Apprentice, Dooku Jedi Lost, and perhaps the Clone Wars. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rael's a great character. Hudsonizer might not be here, but that's Hudsonizer's Glupshido. Rael Averross is such an interesting Jedi, connected to Dooku again. A lot of stories seem to kind of go back to him somehow in Tales of the Jedi, but yes, I think Rael Averross is so interesting and would love to see more from him.
Just the idea of kind of a wild card of a Jedi that is like having relations and, you know, doing his own thing. We're seeing some of that in the High Republic, but he seems way more like not unhinged, but like he's just gonna do what he wants to do.
He's like a hippie Jedi.
Yeah.
He's great.
I would love to see that. And then we could get another bit of young Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Love it. Oh, Elliot Finn sent a super chat and said, on program.
Put your feet down.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Do we have to keep these up until it says off program?
I need you to do the sticker. How are you going to know?
And we're electrocuted. That's okay.
Put number 2 on this.
Give you a number 2. Sorry.
Don't you do it.
Sorry. Cody Langfit, thanks for the next super chat. Not Star Wars related. But if school... Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Elliot Finn and Reefton both sent in super chats that said off program, so
okay.
Thank you. Maybe we weren't electrocuted then. Appreciate that. Cody Langfit says, not Star Wars related, but if schooling or money was no issue... It's not done yet.
Oh my god.
Calm down.
You were just holding it.
If schooling or money was no issue, what would be your dream jobs? I mean, this is pretty...
I don't know if I would change this.
This is a pretty good job.
This is a nice situation. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to our viewers and subscribers.
Yes. No schooling or money were involved. This is gonna sound like a weird dream job, but I've always loved the art of, and I can't remember the name for it now, but sound effect making.
Foley?
Foley, yeah. I love that. I'm just gonna go dig through the trash and find something that makes a sound that I like.
It's fun, yeah.
That would be so cool. But then, you know, I feel like the people that do that as a job probably hear that in every movie and show that they watch.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh, I bet they did this, this, or this.
There's a sketch group called Human Giant that has like Aziz Ansari, Rob Hubel, and Paul Scheer in it from a while ago. But they did a sketch I thought was very funny. Because like one of the classic, when people explain what Foley is, they're like, if you wanted to do the sound of a breaking bone, you'd snap some lettuce in half, or celery. And if you wanted to do the sound of someone being beat up, you'd like smack a baseball bat onto a leather glove just for those impacts. But then when they did their skit, they were basically like, I'm trying to achieve the sound of celery breaking, so I broke this man's arm. Did the opposite thing.
Oh no.
I thought that was funny. I don't know. I don't know. I'd probably want to still do something creatively. I've always liked making videos. So I'd probably want to work in the film industry too. I don't know that I want the pressure of being a director or producer. Maybe writer. That might be where I could fit in. Like, here, I just wrote this. Now you do that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a job as a makeup artist that I would enjoy that wouldn't be too much pressure, because I feel like any job in that field might be too much pressure for me to handle. But special effects makeup has always been interesting to me and a hobby of mine, so that would be really cool to do. Professional puppy tester.
Oh.
Just test to make sure the puppies are fun. Which they 100% all the time are. Same for kittens.
I didn't do this right, did I?
Professional... Ooh, no. I was about to say, like, professional taster of delectable sweets, but then I would be quite obese, I think.
How does this work?
No, I think I like YouTuber for the time being.
There we go. Okay.
Ooh, I like this from Francisco 501st. Working for ILM back in the 70s and 80s would have been my dream job. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, I do like the finding creative solutions to visual problems. Like watching, I loved that documentary, Light and Magic. Mm-hmm. Watching the Poltergeist house be vacuumed up, like, so cool.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is really fun.
How was it? Didn't they do that in reverse? Was that how they did that? Or
no, I think they had to
have something else.
They like.
Oh yeah, they had it attached to a bunch of strings and stuff, and they pulled it through the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Barrett said dropping acid with Phil Tippett would be nuts. Hell yeah. Yeah, hanging out with all the ILM people during the original trilogy would have been pretty cool. Gio Flores sent a super chat and said, Molly, you'd be Lady Gaga's casual makeup assistant.
There you go.
I like
Slash
that.
best friend.
Slash best friend.
That you need a lot of education and training for that, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me read some of these shorter ones that were relevant to our earlier conversations. Johnny C. Books and Comics said, dang it, Molly, do I have to do a DC versus Marvel? Explain it to me for you. Maybe. I think even if I watched and studied something like that, it wouldn't stick, you know? Like I said, there's no room in my brain for that stuff. There's too much Star Wars in there.
I forgot. Where is he?
I'm Baby Yoda.
Found him. We each got a tiny little friend. Hello.
Cute.
I forgot this came with a BD.
A BD one. Well, a BD something.
BD 7.2?
And a little Grogu.
And a Pelly. Pelly's here too.
Jamie Dorr sent a super chat in and said, never more than 12 Lego X-Wings. Agreed.
There are a ton of Lego X-Wings out there, though.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the first sets they built.
Johnny C. Books and Comics said, never more than 12 of Mark's videos. That's generous. If I'm being honest. But yes, those are all good ones. Thank you. Padfoot 1979, thanks so much for your super chat. Mando Season 3 Lego set rumors are... Ooh, do I want to read this?
I've read some of them. I don't think there was anything bad in them. I'll double check. I think that's fine.
All right. Mando Season 3 Lego set rumors are a Mandalorian Fang fighter versus a TIE bomber and a pirate snub fighter. Any guesses on what this means for the show? Maybe a Finn Rao appearance.
Just because, like, the pirate fighter we saw in the trailer, I think we saw the Fang fighter as well. So I don't think that's spoilery at all. I would love for Finn Rao to be in it and for Kevin McKidd to play him. He voiced him in Star Wars Rebels. He's a good character. I'm not going to read too much into that. Just like having a Fang fighter, it's like, well, we know there are going to be more and more Mandalorians in this show, so I'm not expecting them to hint at like specifically Finn Rao. The trailers showed like a ton of Mandalorians.
Yeah. That wasn't his like specialty ship though, was it?
He flew one.
But one.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like yeah. It's not like I fly the only Fang fighter.
Mm-hmm. What else? TIE bomber,
for the
pirate snub fighter. That's intriguing.
The pirate ship, I think we saw in the trailer as well. It was just a ship I did not recognize chasing this around. So I don't know.
We still aren't really sure what's happening on... Oh boy, now I can't remember any of those planet names. Where Grief Karga is.
Navarro.
Yeah, because there's an attack on Navarro, right?
Yeah, it looks like Mandalorians... Well, I don't know if they're attacking or defending Navarro. It looked like maybe some Klatooinians or...
Pirates.
Yeah, it looked like some pirates attack Navarro. And so I'm assuming the Mandalorians come in to save the day.
Ooh, I wonder if that's like an old rival of Grief Karga.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Especially like now that the city is looking better and better. And they're like, we don't like this. We're going to take this back or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for Mando. Someone pointed out on Twitter that they updated the Mandalorian like banner on Disney Plus to say new episodes coming soon.
Coming soon. Hopefully sooner than later. Hopefully the rumored date of February 22nd?
February 22nd is the current word on the street.
I like that date.
I don't. I wish it were earlier February so it would be done by Star Wars Celebration, but it's fine. It's fine.
True. You know they're going to always, from now on, there's always going to be a live action premiere or finale.
Yeah.
Celebration.
It would work out, and that would be cool.
And it's hard for us, but it's fun for everyone else. So.
Yeah. Won't they think of the podcasters and YouTubers?
No, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. They're already thinking of us by giving us a stage to talk on at their convention.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow. We gotta apply for that.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
The like fan stage something. I have a note to that goes live tomorrow.
But yeah, those are our guesses for season 3 Mando stuff. We might be getting a new Mando season 3 trailer soon too.
The rumor for that is Christmas Day.
Oh, what a gift!
What a gift!
We're gonna have to work on Christmas.
And unto you a child is born. Oops.
I don't know. Is that from Charlie Brown?
/ the Bible.
Oh. What's it? The little dirty kid says that.
Pigpen?
Yeah, I guess he is reading something from the Bible.
I thought it was Linus. I don't feel like they would give Pigpen that responsibility.
Maybe it is Linus. Is he the one with the blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is Linus. Grant Miles, thanks for the next super chat. Hey both, rewatched episode 9 tonight. Have a feeling Partagaz is already aware of something or is very sus of Lonnie Jung. The late arrival and shot of Partagaz from the back.
I thought he meant the Rise of Skywalker when he said episode 9.
The late arrival and shot of Partagaz from the back watching them leave. And then one of these emojis.
That's weird.
Which one is Lonnie?
Red hair, red mustache.
Okay.
Maybe he's just jealous of the mustache. I did notice just the behind the back shot. They've been doing that a lot, and they even played it up in the trailers. Where.
And he even said to Dedra, "Watch your back."
Yeah. I think there's something to all of the shots that are just like from right behind somebody, because we got it with Mon Mothma, we got it with Partagaz. I don't know what it means, but it's happened quite a few times.
It means the Empire is looming over everyone, just one step behind you, ready to pounce.
Yeah. I don't know, like, there were only 3 people in that room, 4 people, before Young and his aide came in, but yeah, I don't know what they were doing.
I feel like Partagaz is just super judgy to everyone. He's like,
except for Wolfie Lauren.
Oh yeah, well, super judgy to everyone who is equal or below him in status.
Right. I don't know. I just figured he was. I was more curious about why so few people were around. Like, we haven't seen Blevin since 7.
Didn't he put him on some other busy work task?
He just said that Ferrix is now Dedra's, I think.
Maybe he's got a little unpaid leave. He's in timeout.
Yeah. He's just pouting somewhere. I don't know.
Well, okay, so was that specific meeting about Ferrix stuff then? Because then that would make sense as to why not everybody was there.
No, it was about the stolen, or the captured rebel pilot, Anto Krieger's person.
But it is part of Dedra's investigation.
Yeah, I guess.
So I think it would only be those people involved.
Oh, yeah, okay, then why was Young and the other dude there?
Maybe they're involved somehow. They're like the pencil pushers, right? They're like assistants.
Yeah.
Paralegals.
I do not know. I was too busy worried about Kino to think about anything else.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I mean, Partagas might know something. Something might be up.
See, I thought we were about to go like real tinfoil hat, because when you said episode 9, I was like, wait, how does Partagas tie into the Rise of Skywalker?
No one has hot takes or thoughts about Rise of Skywalker anymore. You know that.
No, I was just wondering if Partagas, like, he knows about Exegol.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were going to get into.
Darth Nicholas sent another super chat in. Thank you, Darth. Why were the Imperial Army troopers absent from Jedi Fallen Order despite being the standard Imperial soldiers? I'm glad they're getting the attention they deserve in Andor, and I hope to see them in Jedi Survivor.
I think because stormtroopers are still just the most recognizable Imperial unit. Also, you don't have to model a bunch of different people. I think it just makes sense to have a bunch of stormtroopers. And yeah, they only have like 4 voices. And every time David Collins popped up, I was like, there you are. But
so wait, which ones is he talking about?
In Fallen Order?
Imperial Army troopers.
So he's talking about what Han was in Solo: A Star Wars Story, or we've seen them in Andor as well.
Like in Aldani?
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically just anyone showing their face, and they're in the army and they're troopers. I think that was probably more down to...
Oh yeah, because they were in Battlefront, right, as an option to play.
Yeah, kind of, just officers.
Officers.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah, what you said about not having to animate an extra model for people that you're just meant to go steamroll through the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly think that's the answer. It's the same reason like the Clone Wars was viable, is because so many of the characters looked like they were the same model, but just they changed their hair around, like little modifications, or if they're wearing their helmets, they are completely identical.
And you know, stuff like that might feel like a slight or a shortcut, but I'll take shortcuts like that if it means they can get the content out to us a little faster, especially in a video game.
Yeah, it's everything has a budget. Even Star Wars. I remember it's in The Last Jedi making of Ron Bergman. I think that's his name, right? Ryan Johnson's producer, who produces like all of Ryan's movies. He was like, this is definitely the biggest kind of sandbox we've ever been given, meaning budget, but it is still limited in scope. And so they have to figure out where to spend their money and how to get the job done. And that's true of every project. So I think a lot of things, when people go, why not this, why not that? There's probably some behind the scenes reason that we will never know that restricted them somehow.
That's fair. Did you already get started on the second bag?
Yeah.
Nice.
What time is it?
7:08.
Oh, great.
You can finish this?
Yeah, I'm going to finish this today.
Nice.
I thought this was going to be a bigger set. We'll have to figure out something else next week.
This will be a one-off.
Yeah.
Well, I keep saying that we've got Aunt Beru's kitchen to build, and that is kind of like Thanksgiving themed.
Yeah, I like that for in a couple weeks, but we'll have to build something in between that.
I've got my Spice Girls I need to finish. I've got another helmet to build if we ever got the Biggs version of it.
I need to talk to Scout because I just haven't had time to follow up on that.
If I need to run out and get like a little set. Oh no. Another super chat from new Biggs mega fan, Sweet Feet Pete. Have you guys ever watched Artor's videos? Artorr.
No, I am not familiar with them.
I have not. If they're a YouTuber, the only other YouTubers I really watch are like makeup reviewers and artists, drag queens, a couple vloggers, hot ones. What else? That's most of them. Artor.
What is this?
Pro Fortnite player. Yeah, no, for sure not.
I have played Fortnite one time.
I did see that they're doing Skywalker Week, though.
They are. There's some new Star Wars content in Fortnite.
Yeah, no, I don't watch any video game streamers, unfortunately. I wish... I am friends with a few of them, and they are very dear to me. Specifically, I'm thinking of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Tim. He's awesome. I don't watch a lot of gaming streams. I might put them on in the background. Like if Blunderdome is streaming, I'll put them on just to give them a view. But yeah.
I'm pretty much the same. There are very few channels that I watch religiously anymore, unfortunately. More just because of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same with podcasts. Like, I try to fit in the time to like listen to Force Center, and that's about it for the podcasts that I have time to listen to. And that's even only if I have a long drive somewhere, and then those are usually around an hour and a half, so like the trip there and back I should be able to get through most of an episode. So yeah, I just don't have time like I used to. When I had an office job, I could literally listen to podcasts and audiobooks all day and just do work. I read so many more books. David Livingston, thanks for the next super chat. In the tens of thousands of years of history, why hasn't hut space ever significantly changed?
No one made them, I guess?
Like, no one decided to write the history?
Or do you... I think maybe they mean, like, the territory of it.
Mm.
Well, in Legends, it seemed pretty consistent. In canon, we don't know as much about their history. I guess people were just like, the huts have that. I don't feel like dealing with them slugs. Just let them go.
A bunch of gangsters.
Uh-huh. The huts are a bunch of gangsters.
Yeah, I don't know. I still want to see that hut Jedi that was ripped.
He wasn't a Jedi. Well, okay, there was a Legends hut Force user, Beldorion, but he wasn't ripped. Gracchus was a Jedi enthusiast. He collected lightsabers.
Oh.
He was ripped.
Yeah, I want to see that. But also...
Cool. I liked Gracchus.
Also, like... I don't love the idea of a specific species like always being dark side. I get it with Dathomirians because they look like that.
They're not all, I mean...
I know they're not all like that, but I'm thinking about Hutts now that, like, you don't see any Hutts around just as good guys.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure there are some out there, kind of like we've seen some good Trandoshans, but they're very classically scary.
Especially because, isn't it true that, like, they can change their gender around to...
At least in
reproduce.
At least in Legends, I don't know that they've said anything that would change that.
Yeah, that would be really interesting to see. I wouldn't see it in live action. Maybe in a comic book, they could explore the Hutts a little more. But I think that would be fun. Oh yeah, we got the Hutt bass player in.
Oh yeah, he was a good Hutt in Visions.
Visions, yes.
Yeah, there you go. They're not all bad.
Some of them are good at music.
If you're voiced by Bobby Moynihan, you can't be bad.
Right. Hey, page turners, they were not. Welcome to the Biggs Mega Fans.
Thank you.
We need I need to put batteries in my hype button. And then I'll be able to do that.
Yep.
Until then, I'll just do it with my mouth. Thank you for joining. Now you have access to stickers. And your name is in green, so we'll always see it. Dante Bay Zero has the next super chat. Wait, Celebration UK is in February? That means Celebration 2024 tickets go on sale sooner than I thought.
No, it's in April.
Yes. We were talking about whenever Mandalorian Season 3 was going to start, and that is the rumor that it will start in late February.
But if that's true, then it's going to end in early April. Right alongside. Oh, man.
Which will be when the London celebration is happening.
Correct.
I can't believe we're already so close to that. I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so excited to go to London and to do Celebration again, but it just feels like so much. It feels like we just did it.
We did just do it.
155 days.
That's not much.
Oh, okay. Page turners, they were not. It's Brennan. What's up, Brennan?
Okay, hey, Brennan. What's going on here?
That's crazy.
Oh, no. Wait.
We have to figure out so many other things because we're going to be out there for a little longer. We just haven't figured out when and where we're staying and what we're going to do. But we are going to have part of the time there as a vacation. I am determined. Did you having to go back?
Obviously. How does that work? Oh, okay. All right.
Are you working on the engines?
Yeah. One of the turbines, I guess.
This piece...
Oh, come on.
Is this piece rubber or no? Is it just
No.
the tip is floppy?
Yeah.
Matt Coles has the next super chat. Why is Perrin literally the worst? Why is he the worst?
I wish I could tell you.
Good question. I don't think he was always the worst, but I think he turned into it after getting used to such a cushy lifestyle and the fact that their marriage was arranged at 15.
I definitely think, yeah, there's... I don't know if they're going to explore it in the show, but there's more to be learned. That... They've hinted at him being a little different, you know, like, oh, remember when he was such a firebrand at the academy, and...
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy said, I just got a pay raise, so hopefully I'll be able to make it now. Congrats.
Awesome.
Love a pay raise. Where did that come up? Was that during happy hour? Someone was like, Alex should pay you more. you're not watching Happy Hour
What
over on A Certain Point of View, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. Me and Jill get drunk and talk to guests. Oh boy. Is this gonna work?
Yeah. I just made an oops, but I'm fixing it.
Darth Nicholas with another super chat.
Is that right? That's not right.
Is it possible that there were other female clone troopers besides Sister?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there had to have been, right?
I mean, if there's one, then that means there's the possibility of more.
And Omega.
Yeah. I think she kind of counts.
I do wonder if they were like put into these like menial jobs, kind of like 99 was, that made a janitor. Like if they were like, oh, this one came out wrong, quote unquote. Like,
I don't think so.
I would hope not, but.
Okay, now how did this go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Omega. I said the name wrong. Omega. Tick. Oh, I'm excited to hear that accent more again.
Yeah.
Hunter.
I have missed the Bad Batch. It's been an entire year without it.
Crosshair.
They originally said it was going to come out in spring of last year, and then it absolutely did not.
I am really excited for that, though.
I am too. I enjoyed the Bad Batch.
I did too. I liked the first season a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I loved talking about it on the Clone Zone. So I'm ready to bring back the Clone Zone live streams.
Okay, I fixed it.
Good job. Stephanie Z, thank you so much for your super chat. Did Luke ever find out in canon or legends that R2 and 3PO were owned by his parents?
I feel like someone at some point would tell him, one of the droids. Or 3PO probably wouldn't remember, but R2 I feel like would say something eventually.
That's interesting to think about because, yeah, like, then would Luke be like, well, tell me about them?
Not to mention, and he was owned by his parents and his step-parents, his aunt and uncle. Like, I was thinking Owen and Beru for some reason, as in, like, they raised him, they're his parents.
I was thinking
yeah,
of his
Anakin and, both of them.
legit parents. Yeah, do you think he ever told Luke, like, war stories about how he saved everyone on the Naboo starship after all those other droids got knocked off?
R2 feels like the kind to brag, I think.
Geography Geek says R2 would say nobody asked. That sounds like something 3PO would say.
I got it. I'm good. But yeah, I like to think that Luke learned a lot more about his family.
Especially if this happened in Legends, I think.
It did happen in Legends. Well, at least he found out like who his real parents were, who his mother was. And
from R2?
Partially, like he and Leia and Han kind of they meet Kitster.
Oh.
And go on a little journey.
Fun. That makes it sound like he had a lizard go up his nose and he had a little desert journey.
Yeah.
A journey of the mind, if you will.
I wouldn't mind rewatching that episode. That was one of my favorite Star Wars things. Like I really I loved the spirit journey and what it meant and like him building his gaffy stick. I really liked that episode.
I thought it was a nice change of pace for the character of Boba Fett.
Without the first episode, I was like, I don't know about this. Second episode, I was like, yes, I really, really liked that. Book of Boba Fett was a little up and down, but it did some stuff I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing some people in the chat talk about celebrations. Do we think there's going to be one in 2024?
I don't know, because at one point we had heard they were going to alternate.
Yeah, with D23.
Celebration and D23. So I guess I'm thinking this year was the year that, okay, there were 2 of them, and then maybe next year, or 2024, they'll start to separate them a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not know.
Yeah, it's hard for me to think that they wouldn't just do one every year for a cash grab. Because that just feels like Disney to me, especially if it's in either Orlando or California, where they can ship us over to Galaxy's Edge. Hey, they're having a Star Wars night. Go spend way too much money.
I'm not going to do that next time. It was too much money.
It was... I liked being there at night.
It was cool. Okay, well, okay, we did go twice, so there was that.
Yeah. We went twice. We bought stuff at Savvy's. We bought that Darksaber, which I do like. I think that was worth purchasing.
I regret nothing.
I regret how expensive the food is at Disney. And just how expensive California is, period.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what London is like compared to over here.
You can get a pint for a pence.
What? What accent was that? And what is that, a quote from something? What's a pence?
Isn't that like $1 or something? Or a cent? I'm not sure.
I know pounds. Pounds and... Is it...
I don't know. Maddie can make fun of me and
I know there's...
tell me the answer.
He said Alex ... LOL. I know there's like slang for pound. Maybe that's what pence is. Pound is $1. Pence is a penny.
Yeah. Pint for a penny, sure.
Where are we getting pints for pennies?
In London.
Really?
Beer flows like honey.
Nah. You can't buy beer for a penny. That's basically just free beer. Do they even make new pennies anymore? I heard that they were going to stop.
One more stick.
In the US, at least. Yes, many pints will be had in London. But not just pints of beer. I can have like 1 or 2 beers, unless like I'm specifically trying to drink no more than 12.
Mm-hmm.
Never more than 12 beers. I can't really, my stomach can't handle too many beers. Andrew Yako says we don't have pennies in Canada anymore. I feel like they would probably get rid of those at some point. You can't use them in vending machines. There's so many places nowadays won't even take any cash.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
it's
fine
just,
with.
yeah, it's kind of a hassle. I remember when I worked retail and you had to like do the cash register stuff, take it to the bank. It was
Take it to the bank.
It was kind of a nuisance when you're like, just use your debit card. But there would always be little old ladies that are like, all right, let me count out my change purse. And they would sit there and like give me nickels and dimes and pennies and stuff. And I'd be like, great.
Thanks.
Love it. It's not like there's a line of people behind you. Legacy of Naboo says, "What's up, goats? What are we goats of now?
How dare you? I know it's a compliment, but it sounds mean. I know. What a goat.
Who was it? Oh yeah, this was months ago, but Meryl Streep in an interview was talking about when someone called her a goat, and it was the first time she had heard it, and she didn't understand it, and someone had to explain it to her, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds fancy then." Goats of Star Wars explaining.
I'm sure I went through the same thing at one point. Someone probably called me a goat, and I was like, "What?
A who?" We're getting close.
This is pretty much it, I think.
I'm pleasantly shocked that we were able to finish this in one stream. And we already have dinner made. We can relax.
What a great day.
Don't shoot those at me.
I have to.
You don't have to.
I don't even know. Oh, that's how. Oh, that's cool. The trigger's on the...
It shoots out the butt?
No, what?
You're shooting it out? Oh, wait, that's not the butt.
But the trigger's right here. Here, you can shoot one at me. Just press down on that.
Oh, I don't want to.
You don't have to.
I was pressing on the front of it.
Let's put Grogu in this little dome.
Oh my gosh. Does he? Yeah, he sticks in there. Oh my gosh. I love the scenes of Grogu in Mando's lap though, because I know eventually he puts a droid in there, but I like the idea of Grogu being like, I want to be next to you. Yeah. Because that's what Hilo does when we're on the couch. He wants to be like right in between us.
Well, this is cool. I thought it was going to take longer, but we did it. This is not sealed for space.
Oh, he has to breathe.
Not in space.
We don't know about Yoda's species.
No, he's fine. He's sealed up in the bubble, but the cockpit here.
Oh, I see.
Is there's a lot of empty space there. I guess he's got the helmet on. He'd be fine.
It's like having the windows down.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. I don't know if you can hold that up to the camera, because we don't have the
GoPro is dead.
GoPro. Looking good.
It's too shiny. It's too bright.
Yeah, that would look cool, like mounted on the wall, I think. Like as...
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, I wasn't expecting to finish a set today, but we done did it.
We done did it. Look at us. Well,
let's go have dinner.
Yeah, we're going to go eat dinner. That's going to do it for us on the live streams this week. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in super chats. Thanks to all the new viewers and the new Biggs Mega fans. We'll try to get some new stickers uploaded to that soon.
You can do some Lego specific emojis.
Ooh, yeah, that would make sense. So, have a great rest of your night, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.